Ladies and gentlemen, in 3, 2, 1.
I know what Ate Alice gonna get. Yup, that.
Ay, kulang. Ate ang mga favorite. Magic ka, girl.
Magic ka kaya.
Blue bus.
Lumas! Sa ilalim na.
Galing yan, be.
Ano ka?
Ganda, Simon.
Come here, Simon. Come on. Ayaw mo makita? Lalim ka lang. Kaya? Lalo ka lang.
Shake, ka na, shake. Murmur.
Magkano yan? 200?
100.
Ah, nabili ka, 200. Pakain mo sila
Aggressive
kanila.
pala eh. Wala, oh. Ito. Awak. Take off.
Ah, alam ko na. Kasi may naamoy sa inyong pagkain sa bag nyo. Huwag kayong sumigaw.
Papi ko kaya, hawakan mo yan. Hawakan mo yan. Itong hornset na gusto ako i-crush. Sakit,
Uy, may bili pa lang ako. Nilapitan na ako eh. Hindi na ako lakasado na nila. Hindi na nakapagplano. Malakad na lang tayo. Yeah, good naman si Coco. Ay, yun na lang food.
Ay, shucks. Lumalapit. Nandiyan na ka shake lo.
All your friends were fighting me.
Sila din nag-delish tayo.
Anong name ng temple? Dad, anong name ng temple?
Nara Park to, Nara Park.
Nara Park? Nara Park, daan to lang.
Maraan dito.
Nara Park.
Where? Huh? Simon?
That is cool.
That is what? Huh?
Picture ako kita, bro.
Ngayon, umiihi na ngayon, oh. Umiihi na? Wow, tama.
Sige.
Talon!
Oh, you can't even tell.
Hana. Hana, di ba yun yung picture nga, no?
Po.
Yung picture yun.
Domestic air and domestic sea travel to and from Metro Manila shall be suspended beginning March 15, 2020 and to end on April 14, 2020.
Authorities are set to implement a community quarantine of the entire region of Metro Manila this Sunday, and that's to slow down the spread of COVID-19 in the country. Buena Bernal tells us more.
Everyone's getting in NCR will need a COE and a valid ID from the company.
Billion. Yun yung mga sinabi ko na iwalag masyadong proyekto na walang siguro or projects, sabi ko, that cannot be completed during my term. Sabi ko sa kanila, Wendell Abisado sa budget, and Sunny Noset is from Davao, Congressman Nograles, na nabi ko sa mga tao ko nung last year, mag-isip kayo ng budget that can be implemented at matatapos sa termino ko. Ayaw kong lumabas sa opisina na mayroong mga project na hindi natatapos. Kaya kung hindi lang man importante, ang suggestion ko sa Finance, kay Secretary Dominguez, is be sparing. Yun na lang mga projects na talagang makikita mo at matatapos natin at makita ng mga tao. Kaya yung nakikita ninyo ngayon, yung madaan kung anong nakikita ninyo, yun yung projects na nakaantala sa budget that was prepared last year. Yung pera na yung para sa COVID, hindi yan pera na kukunin pa. Yan ang nireserba ni Secretary Dominguez na may pang buffer zone tayo at may maiwan tayong pera bago tayo umalis sa gobyernong ito. Yun ang totoo dyan. Ngayon, yung pera sinasabi ng tong ulol na abogado naman sana, pagkatorpe po. I think your brain is melting. You're a lawyer, bagay. Economy medyo. Saan ka nag-aral, ewan ko. Yang pera, yung pinoprogram last year na ngayon, ito yung budget na guide na pera na makakolekta natin. So, ang fiscal year is divided into first, second, third, fourth quarter. Ang ginagamit ng natin, yung nakakolekta natin ngayon. Yung sa budget na nakaprogram, hindi na matuloy yun dahil sa COVID, nag-ikis ang panahon.
Prosecutors say Officer Derek Chauvin had his knee on George Floyd's neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, including 2 minutes and 53 seconds after Floyd had become unresponsive. This afternoon, the county prosecutor explained why the charges came today.
We have the officer's body-worn camera. We have statements from some witnesses. We have a preliminary report from the medical examiner.
According to the charging documents, police were responding to a call of Floyd using a counterfeit $20 bill. During the attempt to put a handcuffed Floyd into the police car, the defendant pulled Mr. Floyd out of the passenger side of the squad car, held him with a knee to the neck. At one point, another officer asked, "Should we roll him on his side?" Chauvin replied, "No, staying put where we got him." Prosecutors contend Mr. Floyd being restrained by the police, his underlying health conditions, and any potential intoxicants in his system likely contributed to his death. But the prosecutor says the preliminary autopsy does not support that Floyd died from strangulation.
So, marami po ba ang workers? We are not experiencing a second wave but an increase in the number of positive cases due to the increase in testing and because there is community transmission because of the lack of implementation of minimum health standards. The increase has been gradual, and our health system is able to cope with the increasing number of cases. This is reflected in our indicators. As of July 5, our case doubling time is still at 7.9 days. This means that it takes more than a week for the number of cases to double, and we have enough resources to address the current needs. We were able to do this when we were given a window to ramp up our health system capacity during the first months of our ECQ, and this has helped us in our COVID response. There is no particular profile of cases seen based on our data. The recent increase is due to observed clustering in barangays in the National Capital Region and in Cebu, and in workplaces in the National Capital Region. Due to this, the DOH, together with DILG and the concerned LGU, has intensified contact tracing efforts and isolation protocols to contain the identified clusters. Galing po kay Madeline Villar ng Net25, Dr. Edsel Salvania said that the novel coronavirus mutated and mas nakakahawa daw po ito ngayon. He said that the surge in cases these past few days may be attributed to the mutation of the virus.
Overnight, in that massive explosion in Beirut, the death toll has climbed to more than 100 people. This morning, it's said to be the most powerful blast ever seen in a city that was nearly destroyed in a 15-year civil war. Officials believe thousands of tons of ammonium nitrate, a fertilizer chemical often used in bombs, was detonated by a burning warehouse full of fireworks. Charlie D'Agata has new information on the explosion. Charlie, those images out of Beirut are just devastating.
Incredible. And there are reports this morning now of more than 4,000 injured. That number is expected to climb as the search for survivors continues. Officials are blaming the explosion on thousands of tons of ammonium nitrate, as you mentioned, used as fertilizer usually, but also to make bombs. Now there are serious questions as to why such a dangerous quantity of the chemical was being stored so close to the city center.
To freedom for pardoned U.S. Marine Lance Corporal Joseph Scott Pemberton inched closer Thursday as the process for his release started rolling. The Department of Justice transmitted to the Bureau of Corrections in the morning a copy of his absolute pardon signed by President Rodrigo Duterte no less on September 7th. Bucor confirmed receipt at 10 a.m. and by 3 p.m., Director General Gerald Bantag had signed his release memorandum. The process was quick, according to Bucor spokesperson Gabriel Chaclac, because Pemberton had no other criminal record or pending case. He has also undergone swab testing for the coronavirus. His lawyer elated at the confirmation that it was indeed an absolute pardon.
Natutuwa po ako kasi nung una, hindi ko malaman kung anong klase talagang pardon, kung absolute yan o commutation of sentence. Kasi ang diferensya, commutation of sentence, parang sinasabi lang na okay, umalis ka na, diba? Tapos hindi mo na kailangan mag-serve pa ng additional time. Pero yung absolute pardon na ganyan, ipinalik sa kanya lahat ng civil and political rights.
The Lakers conquer the bubble, and banner number 17 will soon hang in the rafters. Such an emotional time for these LA Lakers. and also emotional for Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. As we said, a painful way for a great season to come to an end. Always so inspiring when an individual or a team overachieves or accomplishes the unexpected. That's what the Heat did. But they
na kung saan ay naglandfall ang bagyo. Kamusta ang kalagayan nila ngayon po?
Yung pong una, yung bayan po, mga bayan po sa Polillo Group of Islands, 5 bayan po ito, wala po silang, nung huli natin mga nakausap kaninang madaling araw, ay nawala na po yung supply ng kuryente. Sa ngayon ay hindi rin po muna natin makausap sila through any telco site dahil bagsak din po yung kanilang linya ng komunikasyon. Pero nakipagtulungan naman po tayo sa mga radio groups natin. So through Kabalikat and React Philippines ay nakausap po natin yung Polillo, Quezon. At sa ngayon ay patuloy tayo nakipag-ugnayan para maabot din po yung bahagi naman ng Patnanungan, Quezon na unang naglandfall yung bagyo po natin na si Ulysses. So ina-anticipate po natin na marami talaga pong naapektuhan dahil nung kasagsagan po kagabi kanina ay malakas yung buhos ng ulan at saka hampas ng hangin ay ramdam na ramdam po nila at humahagumok. Dito naman sa bahagi po ng Real Infanta Nakar, sa bahagi ng General Nakar ay nagkaroon din po ng pagtaas ng level ng tubig nung maglandfall kanina at ganoon na rin yung katabi po niyang bayan, ang bayan po ng Infanta, meron pa rin mataas na level po ng tubig ngayon. At ongoing po yung paglilibot ng ating mga counterparts sa local government units at may team din po tayo na doon para alamin kung meron pang mga pamilya na kailangang ilikas. Yung iba po kasi ay medyo nag-subside na yung ibang lugar na may matataas ng tubig. Pero yung mga nasa tabi ng ilog ay sinisikap na hikayatin na pa rin na lumikas.
Patuloy pa rin
po ngayon.
Patuloy pa rin, Doktor, ang malakas na ulan dyan sa lugar nyo?
Opo. Nararamdaman pa rin po yung malalakas na ulan pero hindi na po masyadong malakas yung hangin.
Mariing kinundena ng Commission on Human Rights ang pagpatay umano ni Police Staff Sergeant Jonel Nuezca sa mag-inang Sonia at Frank Gregorio sa Paniki, Tarlac. Iginiit ng CHR na dapat disiplinado at profesional ang mga pulis. Nag-iimbestiga na ang CHR at gusto nilang mabigyang hustisya ang pagpaslang sa mag-ina.
Na-normalize na yung killing, trivialize na yung buhay. And ang ayaw natin dito is yung vigilante justice na kung saan nilalagay na yung batas sa kanilang sariling kamay, wala nang paggalang sa batas, wala nang paggalang sa mga proseso na dapat sana ay umaandar.
Domestic air and domestic sea travel to and from Metro Manila shall be suspended beginning March 15, 2020 and to end on April 14, 2020.
Well, Philippine authorities are set to implement a community quarantine of the entire region of Metro Manila this Sunday, and that's to slow down the spread of COVID-19 in the country. Buena Bernal tells us more.